Welcome back, watch fans. Today we're talking about how to get rich with Rolex. That's right, how to make big money with the Rolex Day Date, the Rolex Day Date 36. Now, what makes this model one of the most interesting watches out there is it is just like the U.S. Treasuries market. That's right, the U.S. government bond market, the most liquid market in the world. You can buy this watch anywhere. You buy, sell anywhere in the world. There's always a demand for it. What makes this watch unique, it is an icon, recognizable everywhere. So it is a liquid asset. And significantly, there are hundreds of variations of the Day Date 36, and that creates opportunities. It creates information arbitrage. Why is that? Well, you could take a relatively basic model like this. Again, whether you have it on a strap, you have it on a bracelet, but it's the dial. It's the case design, okay? And this is from a bark finish, and there's a number of variations of the cases, okay? You're most familiar with the fluted one, but this is the bark finish one with the bark bracelet, and I have the beautiful blue dial. I don't know if you can fully appreciate it in this light here, as we are at one of the most beautiful locations here in the world in California, in Palos Verdes. And again, depending on the dial, the price of the watch can range anywhere from, $8,000 to $100,000 or more. That's right, the very same watch, depending on that dial, depending on that case, even if the watch was made in the same year, can vary by a massive amount of difference. And that creates an incredible opportunity for the watch investor. And that is what this channel is all about. It is to help you make money and get rich buying watches. So make sure you click the like and subscribe button as we share more and more details. Now, again, one of the things that you want when you're considering any investment is how liquid is it? How many potential buyers or sellers are out there? Because again, the more buyers and sellers there are, the more volume of trading there is, the better it is for the market. It creates more opportunities. For example, why is Picasso one of the most valuable artists? Some of his paintings sell for, $50 million or more, right? But he also has prints, drawings, ceramics, things that can go for, as little as, $10,000. The reason why the Picasso market has become so big is one of the reasons, not only is the guy a great artist, but he's highly prolific, or he was, I should say. He created over 10,000 paintings. That's right, highly prolific. The guy was painting day and night, 10,000 paintings. What that does is it creates a lot of material in the market. So that creates an incentive for dealers, for speculators, collectors, whatever it is, that they're able to buy stuff and sell it. For example, look, there are certain watches or certain artists, there might only be a few examples. Nobody knows about it, okay? That's the problem. Nobody knows about it. If nobody knows about it, how can value be created? But when you have an iconic brand, when you have an iconic watch like this, everybody knows it. Everybody knows what this is. Everybody knows what this is worth anywhere in the world, okay? And at the same time, it creates an incentive for people to devote resources, right? So, for example, if it was a rare watch, right? If there was one rare watch, or there's only a few examples, maybe, 100 examples, something like that, or 1,000, nobody's going to devote time and energy to promote that watch, okay? By promote, I mean, they're going to write articles, whatever it is that they have to do, right? That's how markets work, right? Like, these watch dealers, watch auctions, influencers, they're not going to devote time to a watch unless they can build up an inventory, unless they can have, buy up 100 watches, right? So with Day Date, Rolex Day Date, a watch dealer may have 100 watches, and then he could talk about it, etc., etc. He could build an inventory, things like that. With, sort of more rare models, you don't have that type of thing. So again, you want to be in the type of market which has a decent amount of models out there, right? You want to have something where it's not some independent brand that nobody knows about. You want to have a recognized brand. Now, the other thing is this, right? You want to have something where there are a lot of variations in a popular model. Okay, so this is a popular model. The Submariner is a popular model. The Daytona is a popular model. But what makes those special, what makes those investable assets is the fact that they have many, many variations, like literally hundreds. There are hundreds of Daytona variations, and that creates something for everybody. At the same time, it gives those collectors an incentive to basically buy, develop a collection of various Daytonas. For example, they may have one in steel, they may have one in gold, they may have one in, with a meteorite dial. I mean, we can go down the list. I mean, different dial colors, etc. Same thing with Submariner. Same thing with, again, with the day date. Within all those sub markets, if you want to call it, there's different opportunities, because that is, again, I think that is how the investment opportunity is created. Because right now, for example, I'll give you a specific example within Daytona, let's say, right? So Daytona, everybody was going after the stainless steel model. They wanted the stainless steel models, and they overlooked the two-tone models. Now, what's happening is there is a subtle shift happening where the two-tone is about to come back into fashion. How do I know? Well, I know. This is why I've made money with watches, okay? I can go into the details of how you can learn these things in other videos, but I'm just giving you one example. Two-tone, but not every two-tone. That's right. Some two-tone models will do better than others. I don't know whether it's the white dial or the black dial. I mean, again, we can go through that in other videos, but I'm just giving you one example of what you need to do. And again, here's the thing. A lot of times what's going to happen, and this is going to be very frustrating for those newbies that do not have the knowledge that we teach you here on this channel. A lot of times what's going to happen is you may have two different Daytonas, right? They might be both selling at, let's just say, 20 grand. They might be both 20 grand. And you know what? If you pick the right one, in 5 to 7 years, it'll be worth $40,000, okay? It'll double, okay? And the other one might only increase $5,000, or it might stay the same, okay? That is what happens if you do not buy the right model. And that's what we're going to teach you on this channel, how to pick the right model. So make sure you click the like, subscribe button, and I'll share more with you on future videos.